The Kobe 6 Reverse Grinch is shock dropping soon. We've waited ages for this release, and we're going to be going over more details on that and some even more insane news, which includes a brand new Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Sneaker Updates. This is going to be Sneaker Updates number 124. If you happen to be new here, make sure you subscribe and enable post notifications. This way, you're 100% updated on every single hype sneaker. Essentially, in this series, we go over sneakers that received updates throughout the week. For example, some of those may potentially include some Jordans, Kobe's, and more. But with that short intro out of the way, why don't we jump right into the first update. Kicking off today with some exciting news, we got a brand new Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low. This time, it's coming in the olive colorway. Now, of course, it is different color blocking than the prior women's Jordan 1 Low olive color that we did see. This pair is going to be dropping in fall of 2024 for $150. And of course, you can expect these to be extremely profitable with an incredible margin, like all Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows. These will resell for at least $500 or more. Now, for everyone who does like these and want a personal pair, don't expect this to look exactly like them. This is just a mock-up, but the color blocking should be pretty similar given the color code of black, sail, medium, olive, muslin. They should look somewhat like this. You could expect these to drop on Travis Scott's website via raffle, Nike sneakers via draw, and select boutiques. Of course, I will be tweeting out whenever the raffle does go live on my Twitter, KeithAdam10. Be sure to follow there for any urgent updates and info like recent shock drops we've seen, and always for early information, consider joining Endurance with the link below, or even for completely free sneaker updates, you could join with that same link below too. Now, if you haven't been able to cop any Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows, don't worry, we got a next best thing, and that is the poor man's Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Mocha. This pair is going to look very similar to the Jordan 1 Mocha High. Of course, the main reason these are going to have a lot of demand is because they look so much like Travis Scott Jordans with brown, black, and white as their primary colors. And just for that reason, given a retail of $140, these should be profitable with a good margin, especially in the larger sizes. These are dropping on August 21st in 2024, one of the many drops to look forward to in 2024. If you haven't already seen, I've been going through all of the 2024 Jordan drops. I'll be making a full guide with all of the 2024 Jordans very soon. Next up for Jordans, just a friendly reminder that on the 27th, we have the sneakers dropped for the A Ma Maniére Jordan 5 Dawn. These are performing pretty much exactly as expected, where if you were to buy them with A Ma Maniére shipping, you wouldn't really be able to make money, especially if you have tax in your state, and I do expect that to still be the case after the Nike sneakers drop. But remember, there is free shipping and free returns, so no risk on Nike sneakers, so it may be worth going for a very large size, but even then, don't expect more than a couple of dollars profit. Otherwise though, these are really solid personals. I'm a big fan of them. Once again, A Ma Maniére did a great job. Speaking of A Ma Maniére, in somewhat related news, Social Status is involved in some pretty interesting news regarding a backdooring scandal. I'm going to be making an entire video on this very soon. Make sure to subscribe and enable post notifications to stay updated on that. Next up, we might just be getting another Zion Williams Jordan 1 Low, this time the Jordan 1 Low Voodoo. Now, it's not 100% if these are going to be releasing publicly. They might just be an athlete exclusive, but if they do happen to see a public release, definitely expect these to be very profitable with a great margin, at least based on the performance of the last Voodoo pair, which performed much better than initially expected. So even with their elevated retail of $170, they should still be great. Not only that, but these are pretty awesome personals. Definitely one of the most unique Jordan 1 Lows that you'll ever see. Next up, we got an incredible Jordan 9 finally making its return, and that is the Jordan 9 Powder Blue. Many people, including myself, are really excited for these, especially because we hardly get to see Jordan 9 releases, and this is one of the best colorways. They're dropping on March 23rd for $210. I don't expect these to be profitable. At best, maybe brick profit with a poor margin in large sizes if you have no tax. They're mostly just going to be personals, but that doesn't take away from the fact that these are going to look incredible. The Powder Blue colorway is very similar to the UNC colorway, which a lot of people are really big fans of now, so I know a lot of us really excited for this. Next up, we got another Jordan 1 85 coming out, but unfortunately it is a low. This is coming in the metallic blue colorway. Considering the prior Jordan 1 Low 85 in gray didn't perform well, I wouldn't expect these to perform well either. Even though retail is $10 lower at $160, I'd still expect these to be mostly just personals. I'm not super excited about this colorway, but I am hoping to see some better Jordan 1 Low 85s coming. And while we're talking about 85, just a reminder that on February 16th for $200, we're going to be seeing the Jordan 1 High 85 Metallic Burgundy. This isn't a colorway that too many people are excited about, but at the end of the day, it is an 85 cut high, so I do think there will be sufficient demand for profitability on these. If not, they make for pretty decent personals. Again, it's not my favorite colorway, but maybe you like them. Next up, we got another Jordan Travis Scott coming out. This time, it's another Jordan Jumpman Jack coming in a taupe haze colorway. We've already went over 4 colorways of this model, which we initially thought was the Jordan Cut the Check. They're actually the Jordan Jumpman Jack Trainer. So this is just one of the many Travis Scott Jordans to look forward to this year. We should probably be seeing many more colorways of these, and keep in mind, this is just a mock-up, but they should look somewhat like this given the color code of taupe haze, sail thunder blue, gum, and light brown. At the end of the day though, at $200, I still do expect these to be profitable, but probably not one of the most hyped colorways out of the bunch. Nonetheless, definitely another drop to look forward to. Let me know how excited you guys are for these. Next up, in more recent news, on December 8th for $225, we're going to be seeing another Jordan Soulfly collaboration. This time, it's on the Jordan 8, and this is the Jordan 8 Mikasa es su casa. Now, I think they did a fantastic job on these, just like how they did a really great job on the Jordan 13 Soulfly. I'm a big fan of those, and I still wear those pretty frequently, and I'm planning to get a personal pair of these Jordan 8s too, because I think they came out great, but I don't expect them to be profitable just because there's not a lot of demand on Jordan 8s in general, the same way there isn't a lot of demand for Jordan 13s in general, and stock is probably going to be pretty fair on these. So overall, I would say these are just going to be personals, but that doesn't take away from the fact that these are pretty awesome Jordan 8s. I don't have any 8s in my collection, believe it or not, so I'm very excited to get these. Next up, we got a new Jordan 6, this time in the yellow ochre colorway. They're dropping on February 3rd for $200. Like most Jordan 6s, I don't expect these to be profitable, but if you are a fan of that yellow color, like what we see on Thunder 4s, or I should say Lightning 4s, because there's more yellow and white on these, I'd say, this is definitely a nice personal for the collection, but of course, they're a little harder to pull off, so let me know what your thoughts are. Now, with Jordans out of the way, moving on to some miscellaneous sneakers, we got a lot of exciting news. First of all, the Powerpuff Girls Nike SB Dunk Low Pack is going to be dropping in December, specifically December 14th for skate shops and December 15th for Nike sneakers. Retail on all these colorways is $135, and you could expect every single one of them to be very profitable with a great margin, especially in the larger sizes. Now, these are a lot harder to pull off, of course, but if you can manage to do so, you're definitely going to be breaking some necks. I think a lot of us are excited for these, whether it's for the nostalgia if you used to watch the show, or just for the fact these will look awesome on your shelf. And of course, for any fellow skateboarders like myself, I'm sure you're looking forward to skating in these too. Next up, on the 24th of November for $160, we'll be seeing a restock of the Naka Air Force 1 Low CLB. So if you guys already wore your pairs and you need a fresh, clean pair of these Air Force 1s, now is the time to get them. I already wore mine a few times, but I don't think I'll be doubling up on these. Just a pretty basic Air Force 1 if you ask me, but you can't go wrong. Easy to match with every single outfit, and if you are a Drake fan like myself, this is kind of perfect for that with that subtle branding on it. And last but certainly not least, I have some incredible news for you guys regarding the Kobe 6 Reverse Grinch. So while we already know that the full release for these is going to be December 16th for $180, there is going to be an early shock drop for these. Not only that, but stock for these is going to be really solid, at least for a Kobe, considering a lot of them are quite limited. There's going to be over 200k pairs dropping on Nike. Now, that's not for the shock drop, that's just total. I'm not sure as of now what they're going to allocate just to the shock drop release. If I had to give you my best guess, I would probably estimate that probably 50 to 70,000 pairs are going to drop on the shock drop. We'll see, of course. That'll be known the day before the drop. Now, in terms of what day they're dropping, it's not tomorrow, so don't panic. You have time, but not a lot of time. It is coming pretty soon, and of course, it's going to be well before the release date of December 16th. Now, for the precise date and time for these, I will be posting all that information inside of my group Endurance, like I always do for all of these shock drops. You could join Endurance with the link below, and remember, we do so much more than just sneaker reselling and information for sneakers. We resell pretty much anything that's going to be profitable. For example, in the last few days, a lot of people have been reselling those portable PlayStations. Those have been really profitable. But also, if you're just purely interested in some basic sneaker updates, you could join on that same link below just for completely free. free, and with that comes one free channel of Endurance. Right now we're offering the Chick-fil-A channel for completely free, and Endurance is filled with types of channels just like that where we offer unique ways to make and save money too. Now when these Kobe's do drop, of course you could expect these to be extremely profitable with an incredible margin. They won't perform as well as the original Grinch pair, of course, that's the iconic pair, but nonetheless there's still going to be absolutely insane demand for these, and despite the fact that stock is going to be very high on these, they're still going to perform very well. You want to go full throttle, but I think most of us do want these for personals. I know I do, but not only will they be dropping on Nike sneakers, but I do think there is a good probability they'll be dropping on the Mamba website as well. And even if they only do a boring release on December 16th on the Mamba site, I do think there's a chance we see some very unique release on Christmas, because that's what we saw for the Kobe 6 Grinch. If you guys recall, on Christmas Day last year, the Kobe 6 Grinch shock dropped on that website along with a bunch of books, and they were titled something completely random. You were able to purchase them for $300 and it came with a bunch of books. I remember that pretty vividly because Endurance had a huge cookout on it, and of course I would expect the same if they decide to do something fun like that again. That would be incredible. But we got our eyes peeled for it. Not only that, but we are also ready for the shock drop on Nike sneakers. Again, feel free to join Endurance with the link below, or just for completely free sneaker updates. Other than that though, have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure to subscribe to stay 100% updated on all sneaker updates, and last but not least, make sure to follow my Twitter, KeithAdam10, for urgent updates and info.